Let's see where's this. Okay. Right off the bat, I really feel like I need to be honest on this. It sucked. This one is so bad. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the instrumental because that's the first thing that I heard and it already sounded very bad on the instrumental. What the hell was this plug? Like, here. No, that here. Bro using a R&B instrumental on the city pop song. Or if it's not city pop, just like normal pop, it's still the same thing. This is not R&B, bro. The second thing is the mixing, but the mixing was actually fine. It was just right over here when they're all together. Yeah, it sounded like really hollow. And also the EQing side was also not like manipulated very well. It was like so messy in the whole mix. It's just hard to listen to sometimes. Like, bro, they're in the same generation, right? I know Toa is not, but the other three is. How much time have they been spending together? And this is like their chemistry? They're also out of sync. Okay, I want to see who mixed this. This guy, Sama. It was not too bad, just on like with a lot of vocals on top of each other. You didn't do them justice. The instrumental is by Kikori-sama. Now this one is bad. The chord is way too quiet. The melody, the sound preference, he chose the wrong preset for this particular instrumental. It sounded really bad. The illustration is by Ran-sama. Nothing to say about it. I personally don't really know how to comment on art because I don't have the eyes for it. And the movie is by Piro Paru-sama. The vocal is by Tokoyami Towa, obviously. And also Crazy Oli, Pavolia Reine, and Anya. Malfissa. Cool. Let me listen to the original and see what to compare between these two. But I am going to cut out the original part in this public video. If you want to watch the part where I also react to the original, you can go and join my Discord. Link is in the description below and you will see the whole thing. Because of the whole copyright thing, you know about it. Just listen to that. It just sounds so much better than the cover. The mixing was so much cleaner than the cover. The cover was it sounded like a little bit white noise behind the whole mix. And this, in the original, it sounded totally clean. It sounded perfect. Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but it's, you know, clean. And yes, it used synth as the melody instead of a plug. And a plug just sounded weird. With like, listen to the chords in the cover. It was all synth, right? The chord was all synth. But what is, like, why? Why is the plug? And listen to the chorus of the original. It sounded a lot more in sync. The mix and mastering in terms of like mixing a lot of vocals in one, like a lot of vocal layers, they did it so much better than the cover. So pretty much everything else, they were like doing similar stuff. It was just one is so much more cleaner and one is not. And also one chose the R&B preset of sound in the mix. Why? I feel like I'm just keep repeating myself because that is how mad I am listening to this cover. Anyway. The solo vocals was just fine, but when they all come together into one vocal layer, it's so messy. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh. What was that? What was that? Wow. You know, like I said that they have been spending so much time together, but their chemistry is still like not good. They still don't have a lot of chemistry in them. They took that personally and just slap it in my face with an even worse chemistry. Like, what the hell was that? That was not even in sync. Everyone start out in a different time. You know, I have an advice for you. When you record, you want to not get off beat, just turn on metronome in a DAW. Okay, right now when I listen to all their vocals, right, like they all sing alone. Okay, I just want to say something. Like, listen to Ollie's part. That sounded like really badly EQ'd. I feel like they left too much of the middle. Like, there's a lot of noise you can find in the middle stereo, in the middle, like the frequency and stuff. When you get, you know how to look at an EQ, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like they left too much. They removed maybe a couple of the low end. And when it goes to Anya, Anya sounded like the vocals was a little bit toned. You can listen back to that again. So maybe find a cleaner way to tone her vocals if that can do any better. Maybe just like use an auto tune. Okay, don't use new tone if that is what you're using, because if you're using like any stock plugin, they're just not gonna sound good. Use Melodyne, use auto tune, don't use anything else. All right, and listen to Rene's part. Rene's part is actually okay though. It was like not too much to say about it. It was all right. feel like the same problem with ORI and TOA. Like the middle noise, they just kept too much. So yeah, I feel like everything I want to cover, I have covered. I give the advice on the mixing and production side of things. And the singing, if I gotta be honest, they don't sound that bad. TOA, ORI, Reine, Anya, they all did, like, I don't know what is actually going on behind the scenes, but from what I heard, they doesn't sound too bad. Also, the instrumental, change up the plug preset because it just doesn't fit with these type of music. It sounds like a 13-year-old that never played any instrument, just slap anything on there. It doesn't sound good. Right, let's go back to the original and see any final conclusion I can add on this. The instrumental blended so much better with the vocals, alright? It's just like, it mixed so much better. All the synth, the chords, the melody, the drums, and the vocals together, they sound like a song. While in the cover, they doesn't sound like a song. It sound like sounds blending together. But it is not a song. Okay, so this is my ranking of all of the attempts I have heard of this song, which is not a lot. I heard the first take, I heard the original, I heard Marine's attempt, and I heard TOA's and the Hololive ID attempt. These are the 4. The first one I'm going to put on top will be Marine's. The second, I would say the original. The third, I'll give to the first take, and the fourth, I'll give it to the cover. So I don't like this cover.